Near West Theater is a 29-year-old community-based theater arts program. We're involving ordinary people in experiences of extraordinary theater, Broadway-scale productions, at an affordable price for the community. We started in 1978 as an alternative for kids in the summer. There was a desire to create a program that would get kids off the streets and involved in something where they were contributing to the community, where adults could see that teenagers can be valuable, contributing members of this community rather than just causing problems.
I was in the very first play of Near West Theater. I was just hanging out. It gave me the perfect opportunity to get off the streets, exposed me to a whole world of arts and culture, and I want that for my children.
This theater isn't just people coming here to get away from their problems, and people aren't just coming here to escape everything in their life, but just because this theater enriches your life so much.
The mission of Near West Theater is to involve the rich diversity of this community in a transformational experience of the theater arts that raises self-esteem and also builds community among the participants and also in a larger context. We need a new building because we've outgrown the one that we're in and because it's the next natural phase of our development. We also have no backstage area to accommodate the minimal 40 people we have on stage at a time. We also have no temperature control, which makes it very challenging for our audiences.
That place has no air conditioning, and it still sells out. I mean, people go to the sauna called Near West Theater because that's how committed they are, but it's just not functional anymore. It's outgrown that place. Near West Theater really bring in a whole live crowd here.
The Capitol Theater was built in 1921 as a single-screen, 1,200-seat movie theater. We plan to restore the Capitol as a 3-screen theater, maintaining the grandeur of the main auditorium with its beautiful decorative plasterwork, and dividing the balcony into 2 smaller theaters.
I remember going to the Capitol Theater in the 60s. We're just going to be happy to see it come back. Even though we're older, we are still going to go down and enjoy the movies. I still enjoy going to movies.
Patrons to the Capitol Theater will get to see quality independent films, art films, films from around the world that you can't see in the typical mall theater. Right now, the Cedar Lee is the only venue in Cleveland offering independent films.
I run a club called the Indie Club, which is a gathering of independent filmmakers throughout the city of Cleveland. We usually meet at the east side. Having a film theater here in this neighborhood will also help me to bring all those independent filmmakers here so we can use the theater to screen our films, to work together, to collaborate.
The financing model that we're using for the Capitol Theater is rather innovative, using historic tax credits, the conservation easement, and new markets tax credits. $4.5 million of the $6 million that we need to renovate the theater can be raised from equity that comes from tax credits. We have a major Cleveland bank lined up to purchase the tax credits. We hope that this model can be used for Cleveland Public Theater and Near West Theater. This innovative financing model is one that might be duplicated around the country to finance the arts.
There's so much opportunity here and so much hope. The arts can be a catalytic engine for not only the Detroit-Shore neighborhood, but the city of Cleveland as well. With Cleveland Public Theater and Near West Theater, and knowing that 40% of all the people who go to the Cedar Lee live west of the Cuyahoga, we know that there is a strong market here in the west side of Cleveland for an arts district.
I can see a lot of activity, not only during the day, but evenings, weekends. We now have 4 more galleries than we had 2 years ago, which went from 0 to 4.
We have a lot of small businesses here that offer very specific things for the people that will be coming into Detroit neighborhood. The diversity is what attracted me to this particular location, and having a storefront, there was a lot of traffic here, so I like that. They're developing the area. So it continually get better, starting to get better.
I now have major developers in our city of Cleveland. They want to invest in our community. They want to do new housing in our community. They want to do retail in our community because they see the value of what this art district means, not only for our neighborhood, but for their bottom line. And it's a smart place to invest in.
I came to this location, I've been watching the storefront for years, thought it had so much character. The streetscape and theaters really got me excited about the neighborhood.
I'm doing a pub restaurant, sort of an old-style pub, incorporating a few of my sort of old stomping grounds. One of the reasons for picking
Gordon Square area was sort of goes on feeling with me. It was sort of hidden away, and being close to the lake, like a good feeling, you know, a good vibe.
This is going to be a wine bar that will serve small plates, food that's going to complement the wines, and it's just going to be a fun, great place to come. I invested in this neighborhood because I know it's going to be profitable for me. I know that people are going to be coming down here to the theaters, to see the films, to the galleries, and to the other restaurants. And I know it's going to be a prosperous neighborhood and prosperous for me.
What's great about Detroit Shoreway and this project is that it provides a great place to live for businesses that would want to locate in Cleveland. So as we look at trying to create neighborhoods of choice, the steps that I think are being put together in a very comprehensive way are helping to build that kind of choice for people who would want to locate to Cleveland.
Well, the idea of having an arts district in the neighborhood, it's just exciting to live in such a pedestrian-friendly neighborhood.
This is a huge asset for the city that can help stem the drain of brains from Cleveland. Yes, New York City or Chicago might choose Cleveland, and the value's better.
This neighborhood, Detroit Shoreway, and this project, I think provide a very attractive amenity, a very attractive quality of life, and that's a very sound strategy.
This can be an area like none other in the United States. This will be a model neighborhood showing how arts and culture can define and enhance a neighborhood that will become the model of neighborhoods throughout this country.
For those of us who are been here for a very long time, we've waited for some things to happen, and indeed it is happening now.
We've been growing for 29 years, and we're ready.
The Gordon Square Arts District is going to succeed. Believe in the arts and believe in Cleveland.